Now, what happened was, there's a local radio station called Free Radio. And there's a regular DJ on there, and he has his own producer. And a challenge went out from the Glee to the producer, who was discussing comedy and you know, where to do it and what to do with it. And they challenged him to come down here during the festival and do 5 minutes. And that's what's going to happen now. He's one of your own. Leave it. And I want you to make him feel welcome. Give it up as he comes out onto here. Go mad, go crazy for Mr. Paul McLaughlin. Yes!
Great start this. Hello everyone! Are you all alright? I'm not a wanker DJ, don't worry about that. So is everyone alright? Good. So this, I've got to say, this is partly for charity as well. It's for sick and underprivileged children. So for every laugh I get, some money goes towards them and helps them out over Christmas. So it's kind of not really on me, is it? Kind of. I don't know how you feel about yourselves, guys, but don't let them down. Please don't let them down. Got one out the back, actually. No, I get challenged to do quite a lot of things on the radio. My next challenge, I've got to dress up as Frank Sinatra and swim from England to New York. And if I can make it there, it's not doing too bad actually. The kids are, you're doing all right, kids. You're doing all right. Now, seriously, I've got 3 kids, 1 of each. 5, 7, and 9. Strange names, I know. 9's the youngest. She's 4. No, it's a joke, actually. I've actually, would you believe? I've actually got a daughter. She's 13. You get a bit worried about her nowadays when you've got like teenage daughters. You know, a lot of knife crime. And it's a worry as a father with all the knife crime going on. I think that one way they could solve knife crime is just by replacing the knives with spoons. Can you imagine 2 teenagers spooned in Birmingham? And no one would want to go to prison. What are you in for, mate? Yeah, I spooned an 8-year-old granny. Oh, he's lovely, he is. I like meat. I don't eat lamb chops or chicken drumsticks though. I refuse to eat anything with a bone on. What's wrong with that? No, like just with the bones. I have to keep an eye on my parents, both my parents have to keep an eye on them. They struggle with, you know, every day-to-day things and life and whatnot, you know. It's not their age, they're Irish. Sorry. I know you're Irish. But they're Irish, and my mum's got she's got a cat, she's not got a cat, she's got a dog actually. She's got a dog called Bella, he's a miniature poodle, and he's also a she. And he looks like Brian May from Queen, if Brian May had 4 legs, which he doesn't to my knowledge. I know the other one was a bit odd, but Brian May's alright. So she's got this dog called Bella, and recently a cat came into my mum's garden. A stray cat, or so she thought. So she started to, you know, feed this cat, give it some food. And the cat turned up quite a lot, and Bella, the dog, was like, who the fuck is this? What about me? What all the things I've done for you? This cat's like, shh, I'll do one, mate. So anyway, this cat became part of the family. But then I noticed that there was posters going up and down the street saying missing cat. So I said, Mum, that cat's not yours. Well, it's part of the family now, so she's staying. Right, she's staying, so she is. There's no getting rid of her. Patsy, that cat, that's Patsy's my dad, by the way. Patsy, make sure that cat's okay now. Is that alright? Does that sound alright to you? Patsy, keep an eye on that cat, will you? She's with us now, forget about Bella, it's all about the cat. So these signs were up, the posters were up anyway. About 2 weeks into it, there's a knock on the door. It's the woman whose cat it is. Would you believe? So my mum answers the door. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? She didn't say that. But she opens the door, hello? And the neighbour says, well, the woman from down the road, I've lost my cat. I don't know what to do. What am I going to do about this cat? Have you seen it anywhere? It looks like this, that, the other. Mum says, hang on a second, I'll just ask Patsy. Shuts the door. And she goes into the back, she says, Patsy, Jesus, the woman's here about the cat from down the road. She's here, Jesus. So she gets the cat anyway, walks out, opens the front door and says, what are the chances? Just as soon as you mentioned the old cat there was here and the cat, well, I went out the back to speak to Patsy. Patsy was making the old dinner. And the cat, I grabbed the cat, brought that, here, the cat is for you. Now, how'd you feel? She was ecstatic about it. The woman was overjoyed over the absolute, oh my God, that's amazing, thank you so much. So my mum handed the cat over. And just as the woman's about to turn away, my dad came running through and says, do you want the jacket that we bought for it there? So, well, I'll finish off with a joke. My dad's got into YouTube. He loves a bit of YouTube now. I caught him watching some like sailing video the other day. I said, Dad, that's just a boat sailing. He says, I'm trying to watch the third video down there. I have to wait for these all to go there. So he'll just sit through them all. But he said to me, he rang me up, he says, so you're doing a comedy thing, I've got a joke for you now. Now, some of you might have heard this joke, but I hadn't, but I love it. So apparently a golfer goes into an Irish golf club. And he says, I'm looking for a man to play me at golf. And the Irish crowd go, do you know what Mick will play you? Mick will play you at golf. He's fantastic, Mick is. It's all right. It's fantastic, Mick is. He really is great. So he says, okay, tell Mick I'll play him tomorrow morning. And Mick comes in actually and says, actually I'm here now, so I'll meet you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I might be half an hour late. Okay? So they turn up the next morning and sure enough, Mick's on time. He's got a set of left-handed golf clubs. So anyway, he plays the golf round with this man and he absolutely wipes the floor with him. Mick wins, Mick's brilliant. So the man goes, oh Jesus, I can't be having this, I've got to play this man again. He says, I tell you what Mick, I'll give you a rematch tomorrow if you're up for it. Mick says, oh geez, sure I am, yes. I'll meet you at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I might be half an hour late. Okay, so he meets him the next morning. Mick turns up, he's got a set of right-handed golf clubs this time. Absolutely wipes the floor with the man. Absolutely wipes the floor with him. So the man's going, I can't be doing, I need another ring. Mick, can I just ask you a question? He says, how do you figure out which golf clubs you're going to take each morning? And Mick says, well, when I wake up in the morning, I look at my wife, and if she's lying on her left side, I bring the left-handed golf clubs. And if she's lying on her right side, I bring the right-handed golf clubs. And he says, so what happens if she's lying on her back? He says, I'll be half an hour late. Right guys, you have been brilliant. Thank you so much for listening to me. Hope you enjoy the interview. Have a fantastic night. Thank you.
Paul McLaughlin there, he's just raised £6 for some kids.